उसने गुरु लाधोरे ये लोगों को बताया। चक नानकी नगर बसाया नौवें पातशाह, जो बाद में आनंदपुर के नाम से सजा। रख नींव वो लगा गए कुछ ऐसा फालसा, उस तेग से ही बाद में जन्मा था खालसा। उस तेग ही से बाद में जन्मा था खालसा। कश्मीरी पंडितों ने लगाई वही गुहार, एक धर्म को बचाने की गुरु से की पुकार। बोले गुरु चलेंगे शहादत के रास्ते, हम शीश वार देंगे हिंदुओं के वास्ते। हम शीश वार देंगे हिंदुओं के वास्ते। मजहब की आजादी पे करके दावेदारियां, आगरा में की गई थी गिरफ्तारियां, गिरफ्तारियां। फिर दिल्ली कोतवाली वो सदर में कैद थे, फिर दिल्ली कोतवाली वो सदर में कैद थे। हजारों लाखों लोग उस नदर में कैद थे। उस नूर ने तो दिल्ली को पुरनूर कर दिया, शहादतों ने चांदनी से चौक भर दिया, शहादतों ने चांदनी से चौक भर दिया। हुआ ना जुल्म अब तलक जो छल फरेब से, एक ऐसा पाप हो गया औरंगजेब से। एक मरहला शुरू जो पंजाब में हुआ, उस काम गंज रकाब में हुआ। गुरु के वास्ते तो सारा कुछ लुटा दिया, बड़जारा लखी शाह ने अपना घर जला दिया, गुरु ने देखिए जिथे जहां से बल दिए। जैता जी शीस लेके उसी ओर चल दिए, उसी ओर चल दिए। 9 साल के गोविंद से करार किए थे, आनंदपुर में पहुंच संस्कार किए थे। औरों के लिए जो गुरु शहीद हो गए, फिर हर मजहब के लोग ही मुरीद हो गए। जो धर्म की हिफाजतों में शीश दे गए, वो नफरतों को अमन की आशीष दे गए। 9वां महल्ला पढ़ के अपने गुर को सिमरिए, 9वां महल्ला पढ़ के अपने गुर को सिमरिए। नौनिध के लिए तेग बहादुर को सिमरिए। उस तेग ने ही कलम की ये लौ जलाई है, सतगुरु ने ही सरताज से गाथा लिखाई है। सब मिलके दे रहे हैं जो आदर तो देखिए, मिसाल है जो हिंद की चादर तो देखिए। मिसाल है जो हिंद की चादर तो देखिए, मिसाल है जो हिंद की चादर तो देखिए।
In the small poem, 3 to 4 lines, 5 lines, given brief history of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib, where the Guru Sahib was born, and how they recognize he is the 9th Guru of the Sikhism. When and why Kashmiri Pandit approached him, and he came and gave sacrifice. Bhai Jagtar ji took his head to Anandpur Sahib, and Lakhisha Banjara house was born. Why? To protect the humanity. And he said, read Guru Granth Sahib Slok Mahalla Nama, understand what is the really spiritual life of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib. Thank you so much, audience. Now I request to our Honorable President, Sir Pratipal Singh Ji Bhatia, to kindly come the stage and welcome to the dignitaries.
Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh. Good evening to everyone. On behalf of Shri Guru Singh Sabha, Ulsoor, Bangalore, I warmly welcome all our respected guests, interfaith speaker, and entire audience. Today we gather to honor the 350 years Martyrdom anniversary of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib ji, known as Hind di Chadar. He protector of human rights and freedom of faith. His supreme sacrifice teaches us one internal message: stand for truth, defend the weak, and live without fear. This interfaith meet reminds us that although our paths may differ, our values are one, that is peace, respect, and love for all humanity. Guru Sahib taught us to see the whole world as one family, and today's gathering beautifully reflects that spirit of unity. May Waheguru bless everyone with peace of harmony. Once again, I warm welcome to all. Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh.
Thank you so much, President Sahib. Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh. Meaning, the Khalsa belongs to Almighty, and He is the ultimate God. It's the meaning of the Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh. Now, I'll call the next speaker, Sir Jaspreet Singh ji Dhodi, introduction and keynote speaker, the themes, and today what we gather here. Jaspreet Singh ji Dhodi.
Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh. Good evening, Namaskar. It is my honor to welcome all distinguished leaders, community members, and honored guests to this sacred gathering at Gurdwara on the very historic occasion of the 350th anniversary of our 9th Guru, Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's martyrdom. Today, we come together not only to commemorate the supreme sacrifice of the 9th Guru of the Sikhs, but also to reflect on the values he embodied. Values of courage, compassion, justice, and the unwavering defense of religion's freedom for all communities. Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji laid down his life to uphold the right of every individual to practice his faith without fear. His martyrdom stands as a timeless reminder in history that the protection of human dignity and harmony of diverse traditions are responsibilities shared by all humanity and all religions. In this spirit, today we are meeting in this interfaith, celebrate our collective commitment to peace, our collective commitment to mutual respect, and mainly unity across all religions and faiths. May this gathering inspire a deeper understanding, strengthen the bonds among all our communities, and guide us toward a future which is rooted in shared values and the concept of universal brotherhood. It is now my privilege to briefly introduce a distinguished personality who has come all the way from Chandigarh, our lead speaker, by Mandir Singh Ji, who will be talking to us the message of Guruji and the universal message of the community. Bhai Mandir Singh Ji is a dynamic and deeply insightful contemporary Sikh activist whose work in reshaping Sikh perspectives on systems of polity, community institutions, and inclusive social engagement. With an academic background in politics and comparative religious studies, and a very deep understanding of traditional Khalsa thought, he brings with him a rigorous, compassionate worldview to the questions of governance, human rights, and importantly, inter-community relationships. Since his involvement in student organizations in the early 2000s, he has been an active voice of the community for over 2 decades. His working is to strengthen diversity, promote sustainable, dignified socio-political relationship among diverse religions and political groups. He has been a vocal advocate for decentralized power structure and for Khalsa's responsibility towards protecting oppressed and marginalized sections of society. Bhai Mandir Singh Ji embodies a very thoughtful bridge-building vision that is especially vital for today's interfaith and intercultural dialogues. As the motto and the theme of this evening says, faith is a bridge, not a barrier. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sajjad Singh Dodi ji. अव्वल अल्लाह नूर पाया कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे. The Gurbani says we can all call many name of the God Almighty, Awal, the pure one, first one, Allah. He's opened his eyes. He's created the universe. We all are brother. No one younger, no one is lower. We all are kids of Akal Purkh Waheguru. Now, I invite to our keynote speaker, Sahib Mandir Singh Ji Punjab, who's Dodi Sahib spoken about here, and he came up with a special give lecture on Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib life history. Sahib Mandir Singh Ji.
Respected representatives of different faiths, honored guests, dignitaries, and Sadh Sangat ji, Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh, and Namaskar, Walaikum Salam, good evenings. In whole of world, Sikhs are commemorating the 350th Martyrdom Day of Guru Tegh Bahadur ji. It's first time that not just Sikhs, many institutions, organizations other than Sikhs commemorating Guru Tegh Bahadur ji's Martyrdom Day. In North India, state governments, Punjab government, Haryana government, Delhi government, Bihar government, even Maharashtra government, and central governments, they are also commemorating the Martyrdom Day of Guru Tegh Bahadur ji from their own perspective and from their own gains. But perhaps this is the first program in my knowledge which is interfaith. So we are discussing Guru Tegh Bahadur ji's Martyrdom Day, in a diverse school of thoughts. And it's an honor to be here among the respected scholars and representatives of diverse school of thought from different religious beliefs, religious thoughts. These are not ordinary times. The civilization is going through transformations. Whether it is geopolitics, whether it is economics, whether it is religions, everywhere there is uncertainty, there is a volatile situation, and reality is not simple. In today's world, reality is very complex and ambiguous. So due to these conditions, when you see the civilizations as a whole, in politics, different countries are in fight. In this year, 5 short wars, short conflicts has been fought between different countries. And it's not that just the war is between just countries. In a single countries, on the political spectrum, all the political thoughts and parties, they are fighting with each others. And just not that the parties are fighting with each others. In the same party, there are many factions. The polarization is increasing. Economic, political stability, all the spheres of life, climate stability, all the walk of lives, the whole of civilizations is in crisis. You see different type of wars, cyber war, space war, narrative wars, different type of wars, they are always going on. So in these conditions, it's very necessary to reflect on the civilizational views of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and of the Gurmat. Because Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, when we talk about Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, he was not a single personality. He was continuity of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. When we gather like in these type of interfaith programs, we just, the sake of name, we call it interfaith meeting. We come with a beautiful intention, the intention to understand one another. That should be the real motive. To listen to one another and to walk together despite of our customary differences. Because there will be different beliefs of different religions. Even then, but it's the unifying force of our message, of diverse message. To understand that thing, we need to talk to each other, we need discussions. But reflecting a little deeper, we may discover that long before we meet as a representative of respective religions and school of thoughts, we meet as human beings. Before any religion, nature produced as a human beings. So the core of a human being is, Guruji says, Mantu Jot Sarup hai apna mool pishan. The purest form of a human being is divine light of the God. If we will discover ourselves to our purest form, at that point we are same. So I think here we need to meet as a human beings. That's the way to the harmony. And the one thing I will tell you, just we are talking about the Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. As I have said earlier, that the Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is the Jot of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Whatever was said and acted by the Guru Nanak Dev Ji and other 8 Sikh Gurus who preceded the Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, they are also the same part and parcel of the Gurmat. So here, it's not that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, the acts of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji have started in the, as we read in the history, in the 1664, but we should start from the Guru Nanak Dev Ji's period, that starts from the 1469, and then the other Gurus. In the Sikh understanding of tradition, Guru Tegh Bahadur was not separate from Guru Nanak. The Guru is one continuous. The body changes, but the divine light, the Jyot, that remains same. And manifests across the 10 human forms, the Bani of all carries the signature of Guru Nanak. That's why we read the Guru Granth Sahib. There is this one signature, that's of Guru Nanak. Whether it's the Gurbani of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, whether it's the Gurbani of Guru Angad Dev Ji, whether it's Bani of Guru Amar Das Ji, 3rd Guru, 4th Guru, 5th Guru, or Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, 9th Guru. So signature is same. That's of the Guru Nanak. Because the divine light is same. Only human form is different. The same voice of truth flowing continuously as one's continuous revelations. So when we reflect on the 350 years of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, Martyrdom, we are not speaking a single moment or of a single Guru. It's a story of all 9 Gurus. And even after Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, it's a story begins of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. We are reflecting on the same universal mission that Guru Nanak Sahib Ji began, a mission of oneness, a mission of justice, a mission of fearlessness, and protection of all humanity, especially those who have no one to protect them. Guru Nanak Sahib's message was never confined to a community. Like when we have heard a song, the title was Hind Ki Chadar. Actually, in the original text of Sikhs, Guru Tegh Bahadur was called, the line goes as, Pragat Paye Guru Tegh Bahadur, Sagal Srisht Paye Tapi Chadar. He was shield of whole of the world. He was protector of whole of the world. These words are the later inventions, Hindi Chadar, because Guru Nanak's message was universal. He was not just for a particular religion, particular land, particular country. It's for all the universe, for all the whole of the world. That was in the original text. The text, the Kavi Senapati, there was a poet named as a Senapati. He was contemporary of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. He has written these lines, that Guru Tegh Bahadur, he was shield of whole of the world. Sagal Shreshth Pe Tapi Chadar. Guru Nanak Sahib's message was never confined to a community. It was addressed to the entire human family. When someone once asked him, who is greater? When Guru Nanak Dev Ji visited the Makkah, the holy Makkah, there someone asked a question to Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, who is greater, Hindu or Musliman? The Guru's response was beautifully simple and direct, Shobh Amla Vajo Domo Roi. Guru Nanak Pasha Ji has said that without good deeds, without truthful living, both will simply lament. In the Gurbani, the central idea is truth. Guru says, Sacho ho ure sabko upar sacha char. The truth is higher, but still higher is truthful living. And Guru Nanak Pasa's intervention in the historical evolution is not about a dialogue limited to contesting identities, ideologies, or doctrines. Like when we go for dialogue, many times we contest our identities, our ideologies, our doctrine is higher, is better than the others. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji, for 19 years, they visited a big part of this Asian subcontinent and met with the different peoples, different school of thought leaders, religious leaders, political leaders, for a dialogue. But the core of dialogue of Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj was, he contested the ethical conduct that makes us truly human. Our shared humanity and true spiritual core is older, deeper, and truer than our separate religious identities. That was the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Therefore, instead of thinking of ourselves as a participant in interfaith dialogue, it may be more accurate and more beautiful to think of ourselves as a participant in conversation of shared conscience, a dialogue of shared values, a gathering of representative of large human family. This does not erase our differences. The diversity we all are part of. The diversity is precious, as each tradition carries its own fragrance, its own wisdom, its own path to the divine. But just as many melodies can form a single harmonious rag, the diversity of our tradition enriches the shared music of humanity. That's the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's life is the finest example of this. His martyrdom was not just an act of inter-religious diplomacy. It was an act rooted in a deeper truth. When human dignity is threatened, the response must come from a place beyond boundaries of perceived identities. His sacrifice reminds us that defense of human freedom, even ones who are not fully aligned to our own belief system, is highest spiritual responsibility. So today, as we sit together, let us see this not simply as an interfaith meeting, but as a gathering of fellow human beings, a space where we realize that our ultimate loyalty is to truth, to justice, and to compassion, which belong to no single faith, yet uplift all the faiths. To really understand in the Sikh understanding and tradition, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji the supreme sacrifice of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, we should try to understand the basic message of Guru Nanak Sahib. Also Gurbani in general, and particularly the ninth Nanak, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and a bit of overview of how all the prospects of Guru Nanak Sahib. Guru Nanak Sahib's starting point is simple, yet profound. Ek Omkar. Because when we read the Guru Granth Sahib, the first word is Ek, one, and that is numeric one. That cannot be divided. Ek, Omkar. From this word, Ek Omkar, Guru Granth Sahib, Gurbani, Guru Nanak's message starts from one, which cannot be divided in any way. So this Ek denotes the divine light of Akal Purakh, Allah, God, Ram. So this Ek Omkar denotes one reality and one humanity and one interconnected existence of all the human beings. Guru Nanak Sahib's starting point is Ek Omkar. Whole of the Gurbani, whole of the Gurmat is explanation of this Ek Omkar. Even across faiths, if we all really believe in one light, one divine light, the source of all the creations, then the simple principle should have the power to dismantle hierarchy, caste, religious superiorities, and the politics of hatred. Now we see a lot of hierarchy in different fields and superior thoughts based on your race, your country, your religions, your ideologies, even political ideologies. So these all can be dismantled. From the principle of Eko flows everything else. Equality, compassion, justice, and justice suppression. Guru Nanak challenges the structure of inequality. From the beginning, Guru Nanak Dev Ji has challenged all type of structures that represent the hierarchy, whether it's political. Guru Nanak Dev Ji questioned the invasions of the Babur and face to the Babur. He questioned the hierarchy of Brahmins, Pandits, and different type of injustices, hierarchies. He has challenged everybody in his life. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji challenges structures of inequality, whether rooted in class, caste, gender, political power. He questions the ritualism and empty formalism and all systems that divide humans. But he does not stop at critique. He proposes an entire vision. And the main point of the vision Guru Nanak Dev Ji has proposed from the perspective of civilization, that is the ethical governance that is grounded in accountability. There are many verses in the Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj from which you can see that how in the history part or even in the Guru Granth Sahib, he challenges the political power of the time. He said, Kalkati Raje Kasai. He said, the kings of the time, you are butchers on their face. And next is truthful living and social responsibility. In this part, that in the truthful living, this message is for the religious leaders of the community. Because if for a religious leader, your living is not truthful, then truth will not follow. So spiritual life integrated with worldly duties, a society where dignity is not granted by birth but recognized as universal, and politics where power must serve justice and not violate it. Across the Guru period, we witness a deliberate shaping of society with a spiritual direction rooted in practice. Because Guru Nanak Dev Ji has created a society, when you go to the Punjab and the northern part of this subcontinent, Guru Nanak Dev Ji has created many towns. In that towns, a spiritual direction rooted in practice, not just in ideology, but in practice. Now we talk about only ideologies. When we analyze the practice, so the situation is pathetic. A community raised to resist the injustice. A moral fraternity committed to equality, a social philosophy grounded in labor, sharing, and collective prosperity. And a political consciousness rooted in dignity, not in submission. The next thing I would like to talk about is about some of the core message of Gurbani. As I have said that Ek Oankar is the beginning of the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. If you are able to read it, these are some lines from the Guru Granth Sahib itself. The first is, Tu Sanja Sahib Baap Hamara. You are universal Father of all, O my Lord. And next is, Sab jiye tere, tu sab sada mere saha, sab tujhi mahe samaye. And the next thing is, the message is universal. That's why Guruji is saying, Khatri, Brahman, Sood, Bais, Upadesh, Chauh Varna ko Sanja. That means the Guru's message is for all the society. And next, the last two lines are from the text of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. He's saying that whether you are sannyasi, whether you are yogi, whether you are Hindu, whether you are Turak, whether you are Shia, whether you are Sunni, Manas ki jaat sab ek hai pehchan. All the human beings are the same. These lines are from the Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj text. And this, in the Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj, there is the Gurbani of 6 Gurus and 15 saints of different religious traditions. But the message is same. The first line is from Baba Sheikh Farid ji. The first line. And second, Sab Govind hai, that lines are from the Bhakt Namdev ji. He was from Maharashtra. The but message was same. And the next is Awwal Allah Noor Upaya Kudrat ke Sab Bande. That's from Bhakt Kabir ji. He was from present day UP. And Bhakt Nam ji from present day Maharashtra. And Sheikh Farid ji from present day Pakistan, Punjab. But the message is same. So I show this is the continuity of the thought of oneness. Next. And the Guru's message is about the religion, about the faith is Sarv Dharam mein Shreshtham Dharam Har ko Naam Jap Nirmal Karam. He said 2 things. The West religious faith is recite the name of God and do good things. Only 2 things, basically. Live in the memory of God, live in the memory of Allah, live in the memory of Akal Purakh, and do good things. That religion is good religion. That's a framework of a good religion. Their religious customs may be different, names may be different, many other things may be different, but the main message is same. So in Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj, there are other many lines where Guru Nanak Dev Ji explain who is good Musliman, who is good Brahmin, who is good yogi. They talk of the virtues. They talk of the truthful living. They talk of the truth itself. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Bani teach the inner freedom, detachment from tyranny and all the unshakable calm in the face of temporal power. His spiritual sovereignty becomes the political sovereignty because a person who has conquered fear becomes impossible to dominate. And here Gurmat also tells us that fearlessness cannot be achieved without the absence of hatred. Nirpao and Nirvair. Fearlessness is impossible without the elimination of inner hatred and enmity of the other. Because it is the hatred and enmity of the others that creates the fear in our heart. When we are fearful of the others, that's the main cause of fear, that's the hatred and enmity. If a person holds animosity, ego, Then he goes to the revenge in their heart. They remain internally enslaved. Who has ego, who has animosity, who has hatred, he is not a free man. He is an enslaved man. Such a person cannot stand for a justice without bias. Guruji says in his Bani that one who remains detached from dualities, duality of joy and sorrow, duality of honor and insult, duality of mine and others, one such a person understands the truth. Such people can stand against the oppression and the tyranny and in defense of human rights of the others, not just for their own rights. To fight the oppression without the hatred requires inner refinement, self-purification, and spiritual discipline. And courage divorced from the compassion becomes cruelty. Compassion without courage becomes helplessness. And Guru's ideal is fearlessness grounded in love. So let us also see how the spiritual vision of Gurbani is connected or translated into the social and political vision of the world. Because we are talking about the civilization's issues and challenges of present time and the time of the Gurus, Guru Tegh Bahadur's itself. So when we talk of civilizations, there are the key concepts which guides us. The first is Sanjivalta. Sanjivalta means the concept that we all are brothers. There is no other. The concept is deeply relevant today, and Guru rejects the category of other. No human being is alien. The pain of one is pain of all. And in a world increasingly divided by nationalism, by religion, by race, caste, ideology, Sanjivalta is a revolutionary reminder of shared humanity. And next is Sarvada Pala. Sarvada Pala means welfare of all, and welfare of all the creatures of this world, not just all humans. The Sikh prayers ends with these words, Sarvada Pala. Whenever we do a ardas in a Gurdwara, in any function, whether it's religious function, whether it is social function, whether it is marriage or anything, our prayers ends with Sarvada Pala. Sarvat means all, Pala means welfare. It's not the welfare of one group, not one religion, not one identity, but of all the human beings and all the creatures of the God, of the Waheguru. In an interfaith sitting like this, Sarvada Pala should not be seen merely as a slogan. It is a global moral principle. It demands our politics, economics, and institutions serve the common good. So next idea is Begumpura. That Begumpura means the fearless city. That's the ideal of ideal social structure as envisioned in the Gurmat. Ideal social structure. The Begumpura envisioned by the Bhakt Ravidas ji and embraced with the Gurmat thought is a society with no fear, no oppression, no hierarchy. A place where the weakest are protected first. Today, we may call it egalitarian society, a right-based society, or welfare society, but the essence remains same. a society where dignity is non-negotiable, human dignity. The next concept is Halemi Raj. Fifth Nanak Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj described that a political order where justice is tempered with compassion, governance protects the weak and restrains the powerful. Society is grounded in equality and dignity, in which force exists but is restrained and righteous, and justice is delivered without delay. It is a system where leadership is moral, not merely political. These are the concepts I derive right from the Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj text. I can give the references of the shabds of the Gurus from where these concepts I have derived. And the next is Nitane di Rakhya and Jarwane di Pakhya means protecting the weak and oppressed and destroying the tyranny. The Gurus teach us spirituality in incomplete without action, and standing with the oppressed and against the oppression is not option, but it's a duty. So these are the core issues and messages of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj and Gurmat. In light of these things, we should see the life of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. So this is the brief sketch of Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj's life. He born in 1621 and he fought a battle at the age of 14 years at a city, at a town, Kartarpur near the Jalandhar. And after that, for almost 20 years, he has meditated for 20 years almost, detached from all the others worldly affairs. Then in the end of 1664, he was chosen by 8th Guru for the Guru Gaddi, and for 10 years, next 10 years up to 1675, almost for 10 years, he remains the 9th Guru of 6. And the important part of his life as a Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji remained Guru for almost 10 years, and out of that 10 years, he wasted almost for 6 years the East India, the present day East India, like the Bihar, Odisha, Bengal, Assam, Tripura, the present day Bangladesh, up to Chittagong, right up to the Myanmar. For almost 6 years, he lived in the present day East India. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. And even there, he played a very important role to neutralize the political enmities between the different Rajas of that time. He averted a very big war between Raja Ram Singh and Raja Chakradhwaj. So, next slide. So, after these 10 years, the last year, in the 1675, the year in which Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj was martyred in Chandni Chowk, Delhi, the present day Delhi. At that time, it was called as Shahjahanabad. So, I will briefly discuss the life of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj and the other Sikhs who visited with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj in his last period of his time. With all the context I have explained to you, we should see the martyrdom of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, which is definitely the greatest movement of ethical resistance in human history. It stands alongside the sacrifices of global moral figures, but with the unique distinction, he gave his life not for his own community, not for his own religion, not for any political power, but for the freedom of another community to participate their faith. This is unparalleled. It reminds us that his martyrdom was not an act of identity, but of universality, not a stand for one doctrine, but for the freedom of all the conscious, not an act of resistance of one era, but a shield meant for all eras. On the slide, you can see some of the names which are associated with the events related to the martyrdom. First was Pai Mati Das ji, then Pai Sati Das ji, then Pai Dyala ji. These 3 Sikhs who were martyred just before Guru Tegh Bahadur ji Maharaj. These 3 other Sikhs, they were also martyred days prior to the martyrdom of Guru Tegh Bahadur ji Maharaj. In essence, the most of us already may know that what happened is that when the Aurangzeb issued order for a forced religious convergence, and some Pandits reached the Anandpur Sahib seeking the help, Guru Tegh Bahadur ji has said, now the time requires the martyrdom of a great soul. And at that time, very young Guru Gobind Singh ji was 9-year-old at that time, in the 1675. And Guru Gobind Singh ji has said to the Guru Tegh Bahadur ji, who is greater than you at this time? He questioned him. Then Guru Tegh Bahadur ji told the Pandits, go and tell the ruler, Guru Tegh Bahadur ji is our Guru. If the Guru expects the conversion, all of us will follow. Then we must understand that Aurangzeb's forced conversion were not act of his religious devotion, but the action of an arrogance, of a ruler intoxicated with the power. Guruji offered his martyrdom against this tyranny, not against any particular religion. As you see at that time, who was the 2 representative of Islam, there was 3 officers of the Aurangzeb. At that time, they were called as darogas. Now I think we will see them superintendent of jails. One was Khwaja Abdullah, and second was Mamu Khan, and third was Said Khan. These 3 names are in the history, and these were assigned. They were the jailers of a makeshift jail in a Haveli where Guru Tegh Bahadur ji was in detention. One of these 3 officers who were assigned to the Guru Sahib's custody was deeply moved by Guru Sahib's personality, and he secretly approached Guru Sahib and respectfully offered to help Guru Sahib's escape. But Guru Sahib smiled and said, he is here by choice. So if you see what is the true Musliman, as we have read in the previous slides, the Guru Nanak Dev Ji has said that who are the real Muslimans, then the Islam was represented by these officers, not by the Aurangzeb. So like this Abdullah, Mamu Khan and Sand Khan, there are other characters. We will see their roles in this episode. After when the Guru Tegh Bahadur ji was martyred, the Mughal rulers did not even allow his cremations. In such a time, Pai Jeta ji risked his life, took Guruji's sacred head from Delhi and decided to carry it to Anandpur Sahib. He was also an important character in this thing. And there was one Khushhal Singh Daiya. Khushhal Daiya. He was a Jat from Haryana. His village is Singh. You all remember the farmers' agitation that was situated in the Singh border. That was the village of Khushhal Singh Daiya. And Khushhal Singh Daiya, he sacrificed himself for this cause. And this Khushhal Singh Daiya beheaded his own head in this whole episode to mislead the soldiers of the Aurangzeb because they were following the Bhai Jeta ji. So Khushhal Singh Daiya has beheaded his head and their family provided his head to the soldiers of Aurangzeb, and they have misled that. So there was other figure that was by Lakhi Shah Banjara. He was a big, very famous businessman of the time. When you see these peoples, they are all from the different walk of lives. Khushhal Daiya was a Hindu Jat. Khwaja Abdullah Khan was a Muslim. Lakhi Shah was from a Banjara clan. He was businessman. Bhai Jeta ji was from different community. Bhai Matidas, Satidas ji from Kashmir. They all were from the different walk of lives. But the oneness of these all the people was that they stand against the oppressors. They stood on the principles of truth. All these acts by Bhai Jeta ji, Bhai Lakhi Shah Banjara ji, Khushhal Daiya ji, merely an act of religious devotion. No, this was shared human heritage. Till date, this is shared human heritage. So in the last few minutes, I will discuss the present scenario, because what is the lesson we can learn from the Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj Martyrdom. That's very important for us. So when we look at the present scenario, I think all of us realize that humanity faces a crisis not of resources or intelligence, but of direction, of crisis of moral leadership. Today, more than ever, the world is searching for moral anchors. Across the world, we see the increasing polarization, mistrust in political leadership, rise of authoritarian tendencies, religious identities weaponized, and people losing faith in institutions meant to guide them. Whether these are politicals, whether these are social, whether these are religious and spiritual. At the same time, humanity faces the shared challenges of conflicts, injustice, economic insecurity, environmental collapse, and perhaps most dangerously, the crisis of moral leadership. In such a landscape, the Sikh gurus represent a powerful civilizational response, not a religious response limited to one community or one land, but a universal vision for human dignity, justice, and collective harmony. The Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's martyrdom is not just an historical event meant to be admired from a distance. It is a living light for our times. Institutions have lost credibility. Political systems are failing to protect the weak. Social structures are fragmented. Religious institutions are often ritualistic, commercial, and disconnected from real suffering of the human beings. Communities are polarized, and global leadership is inconsistent and reactive. So I will repeat the roadmap which we have earlier discussed in the previous slides. The roadmap for us is we need to take lessons from this history and supreme sacrifice to take forward the roadmap forward to the reconstruction of shared human values, that is justice as a daily practice, not just as a slogan, not as a occasional activism, but as a social foundation. The second is fearlessness. A society built on fear cannot produce freedom. So inclusivity as a moral responsibility and moral courage in the public life, interfaith solidarity, and community-centered institutions, dignity for the marginalized. A society is judged by, just not by strength, but by how it treats its weaks. So these are the simple ideas, concepts, and facts which I have presented before you. So this is the time that we should engage in a dialogue between us and reach a common point for our better future, for our safe future, and for the sake of all the universe, for all the humanity. Thank you. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Thank you so much, Veer Mandir Singh Ji. This one, no? This one. Now I request our Honorable President Sahib and Veer Jasbir Singh Ji Dodi, kindly honor to Veer Mandir Singh Ji. President Sahib Jasbir. Bhatia Sahib, kindly come with it. Veer Mandir Singh Ji, kindly please. Now I humbly request Reverend Dr. Shampi Thomas Ji, Director ECC Bangalore, kindly come and address the audience. Please welcome, sir.
Respected Sardar Pratpal Singh Bhatia, President, Dr. Harminder Singh, Secretary, Sardar Jasbir Singh Dodi, Coordinator of Shri Guru Singh Sabha, and also Dr. Harminder Singh, Harjinder Singh Bhatia, esteemed and distinguished guests, my dear brothers and sisters and friends. I bring greetings from the brothers and sisters of the Christian faith and also from the Ecumenical Christian Center, Whitefield, Bangalore, which is an umbrella organization of 22 churches and national bodies in India. And the ECC, that is Ecumenical Christian Center, is founded on the principle that all humanity is one, irrespective of caste, color, and creed. So we consider it as an honor to be associated with Guru Singh Sabha, Bangalore. Your esteemed leaders have often graced our interreligious fellowships, and I fondly remember visiting this Gurdwara 2 years ago to extend our invitation to such an interfaith religious fellowship, which was based on the theme, Journeying Together in Love for Life. And I remember the generous welcome I received here on that occasion. I am very glad that Singh ji have elaborately paraphrased Shri Gurudev Bahadur Singh ji's vision, his message and his life. And I want to affirm this affirmation of oneness of humanity and the transformation that we can bring into this world. Let me begin with a simple story from a train journey. This was during a time when most people traveled in unreserved compartments. As we know, where seats were claimed either by coming early or sometimes by sheer muscle power. One day, as a man entered such a compartment, he found people shouting, pushing, and nearly hitting one another for seats. This man stepped in, calmed everyone down, and explained how they could all adjust so that each person had at least some space to sit. As usual, a little later, tempers had cooled. People began sharing food, chatting happily, even exchanging phone numbers. When this particular gentleman finally stood up to get down at his station, someone called out, "Sir, you are leaving something behind." He looked at his briefcase and said, No, I have taken everything." The other person replied, "No, sir, you are leaving behind a better compartment." He had turned a bitter compartment to a better compartment. The world that we live can become bitter or better depending on how we choose to live and interact. An interfaith meeting like this, I believe, is one way we attempt to make the world a better place. Bangalore a better city. So it is my prayer that we leave behind a world richer, kinder, and more harmonious than the one we were born into. We know that India is a pluralistic country, and the world is moving in the same direction. In such a context, I want to reaffirm that religions do matter. Religions cannot be ignored. It cannot be sidelined. It cannot be denigrated, because religions play an important role in shaping values and guiding life. So such an interfaith meet affirms that religions are needed and indeed valuable, and that's why I am here to share that joy. But at the same time, we also need to recognize that religions can be misused. While religions are useful and essential, religions are also can be misused. They can create chaos. They can justify oppression or block progress when misinterpreted. So while religions are essential, and at the same time there can be temptations to use religions for the wrong purposes, what is needed is dialogue. Dialogue between religions, coming together of people belong to different faith traditions are essential, because such a gathering can offer visions, values, and spiritual resources for justice, as we have just heard now. I want to reaffirm that dialogue is not a mere formal conversation. Dialogue is a mood, it is a spirit, it is an attitude. It is good when religions come together during festivals, but we need deeper cooperation, especially as it was just mentioned, to address to human suffering, to human hopelessness, and also to context of injustice. Dialogue happens not only in discussions in the seminar halls, but also in community life, when we work together for justice and peace. I want to suggest and also want to reaffirm that in coming together, there is a possibility that we can move from misconception to understanding. We can move from suspicion to friendship. We can move from separation to cooperation. And we can also move from coexistence to acceptance. So, interfaith conversations, multi-faith dialogue, and such interfaith meetings is not a burden. It is a gift. It offers opportunities for mutual enrichment, meaningful dialogue, and collective action for social change. As Sahib ji was saying, we live in a context of fear. And many a time people and communities prefer to walk alone, walk exclusively. But as the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So this is the call for us. We may go fast if we go alone. But if we want to go far, we need to go together. If you want to go fast, so in a religiously pluralistic context, the question before us is simple yet very profound. Are we making our world more beautiful and harmonious, or more violent and divided? But if we want to go far, we need to go. May our gathering today reflect the spirit of Guru Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh Sahib ji, simple yet very profound. A spirit of courage, compassion, and unwavering commitment to the dignity of all human beings. But if we want to go far, as we are nearing the season of Christmas today, may I remind ourselves that Jesus Christ came into the world to share a good news of great joy, not to any small group, but to the whole world. The dignity of all human beings. And as our previous keynote speaker has said, that like the Gurus were affirming that all humanity is created by God. Biblical affirmation is God created everybody in God's own image, but to the whole world. So Jesus came to the world for all people, for their joy. And it was followed by an angelic choir which sang that song we may hear during Christmas season, during the carols. Glory to God in the highest heaven, everybody, and on earth peace among humanity. Jesus came to the may God's for all people be among us, for their joy. And it was followed by an
Father
angelic choir which sang.
Thomas, Director ECC Bangalore, thank you so
You may
much.
hear during
I
the
request to our
during the
Vice
carols.
President Jagtar Singh
Glory
ji
to God in
and
the
our
highest
Head
heaven,
Priest ji kindly honor
on earth, God's peace
to
among
P. Thomas ji.
humanity. Jesus came to the May God's for all people be among us. For their joy. And it was followed by an angelic choir which sang.
Thomas, Director ECC Bangalore, thank you so much. I request to our Shri Vice President Jagtar Singh ji, ना हम हिंदू ना मुसलमान अल्लाह राम के पिंड पुरान
Among
P. Thomas ji.
Jesus came to the May God's for all people be among us. For their joy. And it was followed by an angelic choir which sang.
Na ham Hindu, na Musliman, Allah Ram ke pind Pran Baba Nanak said. Neither we are Hindus, nor we are Muslim. Who we are? Na Musliman, Allah Ram. Whom we are saying, Allah and Ram, we are created human by Him. And we all are equal in this earth. Now I call to Shri Ritesh Jain ji to kindly come and give address to the audience, and I request all my brothers who are going to address here kindly take 5 to 6 minutes maximum. Thank you so much. Who we are? Whom we are saying, Allah and Ram, we are created human by Him.
Jai
And we all
Jinendra,
are
everybody.
equal in this earth.
I am
Now,
from Jain
I call
Samaj,
to Shri
Ritesh Pamicha.
Jain ji
So,
to kindly come and give
Respected Chief Guest, Shri
address to the
Lehar
audience,
Singh ji
and I request all my
Siroya, Member
brothers
of
who are
Parliament,
going to
Rajya
address
Sabha.
here, kindly take
Guest of Honor,
5 to 6
Shri
minutes
Nisar
maximum.
Ahmed ji.
Thank you so much.
Chairman, Karnataka State Minority Commission, Preetpal Singh ji Bhatia, Dr. Harminder Singh ji, Jasbir Singh ji, all guests and brothers and sisters. Jain Samaj. Today, we have gathered to commemorate the 350th anniversary of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib ji. This occasion reminds us of a significance of ahimsa, a fundamental principle shared by Jainism and Sikhism. Ahimsa means non-violence, compassion, and reframing from causing harm to any living being. Any living being. It teaches us to treat others with love, kindness, and respect. The story of the Diwan Todermal exemplifies the power of ahimsa, the demonstration extraordinary compassion by purchasing land with gold coins to perform the last rites of Guru Govind Singh Ji, young son, showcasing selfless love and humanity. Historical detail of Diwan Todermal was a Jain merchant and banker known for his wealth and generosity. The incident occurred in December 1705 after the execution of young son of Guru Govind Singh and the death of their grandmother Mata Gujri. And the Mughal authorities led by Wazir Khan forbade and funeral rites on public land, required the land to be purchased by the family or supporters. Todermal converted the land with the gold coin as per the demand, which was the rare of remarkable act of sacrifice and compassion. Significance, this act is remembered as a symbol of interfaith respect and humanitarian gesture. As Todermal thought, though not a Sikh, honored the Sikh tradition and ensured the dignified last rites for the matrids. And the site of the cremation is now marked as Gurdwara Jyoti Sarup in Fateh, Sahib, where Diwan Todermal is remembered with gratitude. The story is celebrated in Sikh history as an example of solidarity and courage during a time of religious persecution. The event is a powerful reminder of the role played by Jain and other non-Sikh communities in supporting Sikh families during the time of crisis. And it remains an important part of Sikh historical memory. Please, a clap for Todermal ji Jain. Please, a big clap for him. Ahimsa guided us to pursue our goals without restoring to violence. Instead, it encourages us to strive for peace, understanding, and harmony. Let us embrace ahimsa in our lives and work hard. Work towards creating a more compassionate and peaceful world. Thank you for this. Instead, and I want to talk about Sikh community very in small words. It is very simple to love. It is very simple to love, but it is very difficult to be simple in our lives. And for my Sikh brothers, let us bring harmony to the world. Thank you. Peaceful world. Thank you for this.
Thank you,
Instead, and I want to talk about Sikh community very in small words. It is very simple to love. It is very simple to love, but it is very difficult to be simple in our lives. And for my Sikh brothers, let us bring harmony to the world. Thank you. Peaceful world. Thank you.
Dr. Pinguji, I request you.
And I want to talk about Sikh community very in small words. It is very simple to love. It is very simple to love, but it is very difficult to be simple in our lives. And for my Sikh brothers, let us bring harmony to the world. Thank you. Peaceful world. Thank you.
Dr. Pinguji, I request you.
And I want to talk about Sikh community very in small words. It is very simple to love. It is very simple to love, but it is very difficult to be simple in our lives. And for my Sikh brothers, let us bring harmony to the world. Thank you. Peaceful world. Thank you.
Dr. Pinguji, I request you.
And I want to talk about Sikh community very in small words. It is very simple to love. It is very simple to love, but it is very difficult to be simple in our lives. And for my Sikh brothers, let us bring harmony to the world. Thank you.
The fifth Nanak said, the fifth Nanak said, Na ko bari, nahi bigana, sagal sang humko banyai. No one is our enemy. No one is outsider. The responsibility of Sikhism or every human being to serve everyone. Na ko bari, nahi bigana, sagal sang humko banyai. Everybody our friend, and we have to serve humanity here. No, nahi bigana, sagal sang humko banyai. Now I request my brother, Bhikkhu Inakituji from Buddhist, kindly come and address the audience. Naako bari, nahi bigana, sagal sang humko banai. Everybody our friend, and we have to serve humanity here. No, nahi bigana, sagal sang humko banai. Buddhist, now I request my brother, Bhikkhu Inakituji from Buddhist, kindly come and address the audience. आपको थोड़ी रुकना ही पड़ेगा आज हमारा पार्लियामेंट है और हमारे पार्लियामेंट के मुताबिक ही आप अपना लेक्चर देंगे सर इट्स माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट काइंडली बी सीटेड आपका लेक्चर लास्ट में है सर जी प्लीज एंड बिकॉज यू आर लेक्चर एड्रेस टू गुरु तेग बहादुर साहब ओके सर थैंक नो प्रॉब्लम सर प्लीज पास सर जी आपको थोड़ी रुकना ही पड़ेगा आज हमारा पार्लियामेंट है और हमारे पार्लियामेंट के मुताबिक ही आप अपना लेक्चर देंगे सर इट्स माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट kindly be seated. आपका lecture last में है sir. And because you are lecture addressed to Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib. Okay sir, thank you, no problem sir.
Respected members of the organizing committee, esteemed spiritual leaders, and my dear brothers and sisters. Before I begin, I would like to express my deep appreciation to Gurdwara Shri Singh Sabha, Bangalore. This Gurdwara has long been a pillar of service, compassion and community in Bangalore. Over the years, it has grown not only as a place of spiritual sanctuary, but also a strong center of social Sewa through its langar, community kitchen, and its warm welcome to people from all walks of life. Your Sanghat's spirit of generosity and selfless service really embodies the principle of faith as a bridge, not a barrier. It is deeply meaningful that we gather here across tradition to honor the legacy of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji and to celebrate the unity of our diverse communities. I also wish to acknowledge my teacher Bhikkhu Ananda Thera, the General Secretary of Mahabodhi Society. So actually he hoped to come here, but now I come as his representative. So to join you in mutual respect, dialogue and cooperation. So I am deeply honored to be present here today today on this sacred occasion commemorating the 350th year of Shahidi of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, a great symbol of courage, compassion and universal human values. Mutual respect, unity of dialogue and cooperation. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji dedicated his life present here today on this to the protection of human dignity, freedom of conscience, and the right of every person to follow their faith without fear. His sacrifice was not for only one community, it was for all the entire community. In Buddhism, such boundless compassion is called Mahakaruna, the great compassion that embraces all beings without distinction. So the theme, university, unity in diversity. So India has always been a land where multiple religions, cultures and philosophies have flourished together. Buddhism teaches us that all beings share the same wish, that is to be free from suffering and to live in peace. When we understand this, diversity does not divide us, it enriches us. Just as flowers of different colors create a beautiful garden, faiths of different parts create a harmonious society. As stated in Guru Bani shared by keynote speaker, when we understand this, diversity does not divide us. I saw that in one of the Guru Bani there is like four castes. So in also Buddhism, the Buddha never discriminated. He always welcome all, as he saw everyone in equal. So and also he said, I would love to say that when we have mercy for someone, actually at that time we are controlling our mind by suppressing the hatred. I want to introduce that we have to be loving kindness. So when we have loving kindness, we don't control the mind, we understand the mind and we show love to all. So and also the second theme, that is the faith as bridge, not as barrier. That is, the Buddha also encouraged this dialogue because it is rooted in respect, wisdom and goodwill. He said, overcome anger with loving kindness, overcome hatred with compassion. Faith should uplift the human heart, open the mind and guide us towards understanding, but never towards conflict. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji's life is a shining example of this. He thought that true faith protects others even at great personal sacrifice. Such teachings build bridges of trust, friendship and humanity. So the greatest achievement a person can achieve is when a person who is beside him feels safe, that such person is beside me. So that is one of the greatest achievement that a human can achieve. Such teachings build bridges. So trust, friendship. On this solemn and inspiring occasion, let us honor Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, not only through remembrance but through action. Let us practice tolerance, speak with kindness and serve with compassion. Let us ensure that our faith becomes a bridge of peace and never a barrier of division. I thank the organizer of Shri Gurdwara Shri Guru Singh Sabha for inviting, and I offer my heartfelt blessings to everyone gathered here. May all beings be happy. May all beings live in peace. Namo Buddhaya. Peace and never a barrier of division. I thank the organizer of Shri
Thank you, Brother Bhikkhuji. I request Veer MP Singh and Gurpreet Singh Ji kindly come on stage and honor Bhikkhuji. Please come to stage, sir.
Blessings to everyone gathered here. May all beings be happy. May all beings live in peace. Namo Buddhaya. Peace and never a barrier of division. I thank the organizer of Shri.
Thank you, Brother Bhikkhuji. I request Veer MP Singh and Gurpreet Singh Ji kindly come on stage and honor Bhikkhuji. Please come to stage, sir. Respected audience, I submit my apology to you. Our chief guest, Sir Lehar Singh Surya Ji, Member of Parliament, he want to go and attend any other meeting. So I am inviting Lehar Singh Ji to come and kindly address the audience. And I request everybody, please be seated and the program will be continued. Our chief guest, Sir Lehar Singh Suryaji, Member of Parliament, he want to go and attend another meeting.
नमस्कारा।
So I'm inviting.
सबसे पहले तो मैं क्षमा चाहूँगा
address the audience.
कि
And I request everybody please be seated and the program
इसलिए
will
मैं
be
रिक्वेस्ट
continued.
करूँगा हमारे निसार अहमदी से वो आज चीफ गेस्ट का रोल करें और सबसे लास्ट में सबको संबोधित करके जाएं और मेरे भी आप नमस्कारा।
So I'm inviting.
सबसे पहले तो मैं क्षमा चाहूँगा, ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि मैं आज इस पवित्र जगह पर और पवित्र संदर्भ में पवित्र दिन पर आज हम यहाँ उपस्थित हुए हैं और मैं गुरु सिंह सभा के अध्यक्ष जी भाटिया साहब का बहुत आभारी हूँ। इन्होंने आज मुझे बुलाया और ये आप सबसे मिलने का अवसर दिया। ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि हमने बहुत विस्तार से पवित्र जगह पर मंदिर सिंह जी का उद्बोधन सुना। पवित्र दिन पर बहुत जानकारी हमें और तेग बहादुर जी के लिए मिली जो मुझे भी इतनी जानकारी नहीं थी। सुना हमने खूब है। बहुत आभारी हूँ, मैं उनका बड़ा आभारी हूँ। मुझे विस्तार से आपने इस बारे में आज मेरे को बताया। यहाँ बहुत विद्वान लोग बैठे हैं, मैं उनको भी सुनना चाहता था मंदिर सिंह, लेकिन ये आज संभव नहीं होगा। तो मैं हमें और तेग बहादुर जी के लिए मिली जो मैं यहाँ एक पार्लियामेंट मेंबर के रूप में मुझे बुलाया आया हूँ। बहुत आभारी हूँ मैं उनका बड़ा। और जब मैं राज्यसभा का मेंबर यहाँ चुना गया, व्हेन आई इलेक्टेड यहाँ एज ए राज्यसभा 2022 को भी सुनना चाहता था। फर्स्ट थिंग आई वेंट टू द आर्क बिशप टू विजिट हिम। तो मैं एंड आई विश हिम एंड आई सीक हिज गाइडेंस, साउट हिज गाइडेंस। उसके बाद में मैं जुमा मस्जिद में गया, मौलवी साहब के यहाँ गया, डॉक्टर हजरत इमरान साहब के पास गया और उनसे भी मैंने आशीर्वाद लिया और उनसे बातें की। इस तरह मैं गुरुद्वारा भी आया था। मैं हमारे भाई जीपी सिंह जी का मैं आभारी हूँ जो उन्होंने मुझे गुरुद्वारा से जुड़े हुए रखा है। मेरे पुराने साथी हैं मौलवी साहब के, तो मैं उनके साथ गुरुद्वारा भी आया था और मैं विभिन्न धर्मों के लोगों से मिलता रहा, यहाँ भी और दिल्ली में भी। तो मेरा एक कर्तव्य बन जाता है कि ये भाईचारा का माहौल को आगे बढ़ाया जाए। जीपी सिंह जी का मैं आभारी हूँ और उन्होंने मुझे गुरुद्वारा से ये जो आदरणीय हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का संदेश है कि सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास होना चाहिए, लेकिन ये जब भी संभव होगा कि हम सबका प्रयास इसके साथ में जुड़ेगा। हम सबको साथ में रहना पड़ेगा। और आज जब गुरु तेग बहादुर जी का 350वां पुण्यतिथि हम मनाने जा रहे हैं, उनसे आज प्रेरणा लेने का बहुत आवश्यक हो गया है आज के वातावरण में। जैसा कि बताया गया कि कहाँ पूरे विश्व में हिंसा का आचार हो रहा है, लड़ाई झगड़े हो रहे हैं, स्तर सोसाइटी में गिरता जा रहा है। ऐसे में जिन्होंने अपना पूरे बलिदान किया, संघर्ष किया और धर्म की रक्षा के, स्वयं के धर्म की रक्षा के लिए नहीं, उन्होंने बाकी धर्मों के लिए भी हर धर्म का आदर और सम्मान बना रहे, हर व्यक्ति की आस्था अपने अपने धर्म के प्रति बनी रहे, उसके लिए उन्होंने संघर्ष करके अपना स्वयं का बलिदान किया। अभी हमारे ट्रेन की एक घटना बताई थी, तो मैं एक और घटना मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि सिखों के प्रति हमारा कितना एक विश्वास है। मैं सिंगापुर गया था, मेरे धर्मपत्नी और हमारे एक दोस्त, उनका परिवार भी साथ में था। तो वापस जब आते हुए हमने चेन्नई एयरपोर्ट पे उतरे रात को करीब 9-10 बजे। वहाँ इमिग्रेशन में टाइम लग कर करीब 2-3 बजे हम डोमेस्टिक एयरपोर्ट पे गए, रात 3 बजे थे। वहाँ कोई नहीं था, हम 2 महिलाएं, मैं और मेरी उम्र थी 35-37 साल की उम्र थी, 35 ईयर्स। तो अब मैं एकदम सुनसान डोमेस्टिक एयरपोर्ट के बाहर, हमें बड़ा डर लग रहा था कि कोई आ गया तो क्या होगा। करीब एक आधा घंटे बाद में एक सरदार जी आए, लंबे अच्छे कटे। जब वो आए तो हमारे सबको एक विश्वास, अगर अब सरदार जी आए अब हमारे हम सुरक्षित हैं। तो ये देश की सुरक्षा का काम जो सिख समुदाय ने किया है और जिसके लिए सब गुरुओं ने अपने बेटों को कुर्बान तक किया है और जिस तरह जीवन पर संघर्ष किया है, यात्राएं की है और देश को जोड़े रखा है और देश की, हिंदू धर्म की नहीं सब धर्मों की रक्षा का उन्होंने अपना बीड़ा उठाया है। तो मैं ऐसे उस गुरु तेग बहादुर जी के लिए उनका इस अवसर पर इकट्ठा हुए हैं, मैं बहुत बहुत नमन करता हूं और बहुत प्रणाम करता हूं। और हम सबसे आशा करता हूं कि हम उनके बताए हुए उपदेशों पर चलें और धर्म पर चलें और जो डाउन ट्रोडन की जो बातें की जा रही है उसकी रक्षा के लिए हम सब काम करें। और आज मुझे जब जो मैं सबका नाम नहीं लेते हुए जो जो गुरु पधारे हैं सबको मैं बहुत प्रणाम करता हूँ, दिल से प्रणाम करता हूँ। और भाई मंदिर सिंह जी जो हमारे बताया, मैं उनको विशेष प्रणाम करता हूँ। और मैं विश्वास दिलाता हूँ कि जहाँ मैं हूँ, जहाँ भी रहूँगा, मैं हमेशा भाईचारे के लिए हमेशा काम करता रहूँगा। और अगर देश को शक्तिशाली बनाना है, जो आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो सपना है, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, अगर उसको साकार करना है और विकसित भारत के रूप में देखना है और विश्व की तीसरी शक्ति के रूप में बनाना है, तो मैं समझता हूँ हम सब हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख, ईसाई, सब भाई सब मिलकर के काम करेंगे तो तब हम ये देश आगे बढ़ सकेगा। और मैं तो भाइयों, मैं हमारे निसार अहमद जी को बताया कि मैं तो मोती नगर में 30-40 वर्ष रहा हूँ, जो पूरा मुस्लिम बहु इलाका है और जो बड़ा थोड़ा टेढ़ा मेढ़ा भी है, तो उसमें कितना आराम से रहा हूँ, मुझे कोई कभी परेशानी नहीं हुई। और एक और बात बताना चाहता हूँ कि कन्नड़ राज्योत्सव का ये महीना चल रहा है, तो ये जो कर्नाटका है, तो कर्नाटका ने जो है हम सबको अपनाया है, चाहे किसी प्रांत से आया हो, किसी धर्म से आया हो, किसी जाति से आया हो, ये कर्नाटक की जनता ने, कर्नाटक की सरकार ने हमारे को और कर्नाटक की जनता ने हमारे को अपनाया है, हमने को पूरा आगे बढ़ने का मौका दिया है। और इसका उदाहरण मैं स्वयं हूँ कि राजस्थान से आया हूँ, यहाँ 17 वर्ष की उम्र में आ गया था, 60 वर्ष हो गए मुझे यहाँ आए, मुझे कोई भाषा भी नहीं आती थी, तो मुझे कभी यहाँ के लोगों ने कभी भाषा या प्रांत का मुझे कुछ कमी महसूस नहीं होने दी और मुझे अपने परिवार की तरह यहाँ रखा। और आज यही नहीं, मैं इसमें भी व्यवसाय के साथ साथ राजनीति में भी काम किया, निष्ठा से काम किया, मुझे 2 बार MLC बनाया और उन्होंने मुझे आज राज्यसभा में भेजा ताकि आप सबका सेवा करने का मौका मिल सकूँ। और हमारे भाई फिरोज भाई हैं, जो फिरोज भाई हमारे से हमेशा जुड़े रहते हैं, यही मेरी तरह सब धर्मों को जोड़ने का काम करते रहे हैं। ऐसे जो और भी लोग आए हैं, मैं सबका अभिवादन करता हूँ और आदर करता हूँ और आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूँ कि मैं जहाँ होऊंगा उनके गुरु तेग बहादुर जी के उपदेशों पर चलता रहूँगा और अब सबको चलना चाहिए और उनका जो त्याग और बलिदान व्यर्थ नहीं जाना चाहिए। और आज देश में जिस तरह का वातावरण बन रहा है, हम सबके लिए ज़रूरी है कि हम ऐसी ताकतों का मुकाबला करें और ऐसी ताकतों को मौका नहीं दें जो हमारे देश को विभाजन या हमारे देश को तोड़ना चाहती है, बिगाड़ना चाहती है या हमारी आर्थिक स्थिति को मंद करना चाहती है। हम जागरूक रहें, क्योंकि जब जो उन्होंने जागरूक रहेंगे तो ही जो उनका त्याग और बलिदान जो दिया हुआ है वो सार्थक होगा और उनके त्याग और बलिदान का आदर करना, रक्षा करना हमारा कर्तव्य बनता है। पुनः मैं आयोजकों को और हमारे गुरुद्वारा सिंह सभा के जो पदाधिकारियों को नाम एक का नहीं लेते हुए सबको धन्यवाद देता हूँ, प्रणाम करता हूँ और सब गुरुओं को पुनः प्रणाम करते हुए अपनी बात समाप्त करता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय कर्नाटक।
थैंक यू सो मच श्री लहर सिंह जी। सर जी, मेरे आपके लिए 2 पॉइंट हैं। पहला पॉइंट तो आपके नाम के साथ सिंह है, तो जहाँ पर सिंह जाते हैं तो शेरों वाले काम करते हैं, ठीक है। तो आप सिंह हैं, बेशक कैसे भी हैं आप सिंह हैं। हमारा जो DNA है वो नॉर्थ का है। तो दूसरा मैं आपको रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, प्रधानमंत्री साहब को भी आपके थ्रू सभी को साथ लेके चलो तो श्योर इंडिया का नाम मून पे होगा। सभी को साथ लेके चलो।
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री का जो नारा मैंने बता ही दिया है कि सबका साथ, सबका विकास और सबका विश्वास एक। अच्छा, एक और मैं आपसे निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि मेरा घर 3 मूर्ति लेन है, 14 3 मूर्ति लेन। नंबर आप GP सिंह साहब से ले लें, मेरा नंबर टेलीफोन। आप दिल्ली जरूर पधारें और जब पार्लियामेंट चल रही हो तो मुझे सेवा का अवसर दें। आपको नया पार्लियामेंट, पुराना पार्लियामेंट दोनों ही दिखाऊंगा और मेरा भी आतिथ्य में का मुझे अवसर दें और आप दिल्ली जरूर पधारें। मेरा सबसे निवेदन है, अपने परिवार के साथ आएँ, मुझे पहले सूचना दें। 1 दिसंबर से 19 दिसंबर तक पार्लियामेंट चलेगी, उस बीच में अगर आएँ तो मैं आपको वहीं मिलूँगा और आप इसके लिए आप आमंत्रित हैं, आपको मैं आमंत्रित करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू सो मच। आई रिक्वेस्ट प्रेसिडेंट भाटिया साहब एंड डोडी साहब and Mandir Singh ji kindly honor to Member of Parliament Sir Shri Lehar Singh ji. Sat Sri Akal. ਕਿਹੜਾ ਵੀਰੇ?
ਦਿਨੇਸ਼ ਰਾਓ।
Thank you so much once again, Sri Lair Singh Siroyaji. Thank you so much. You are addressing this Sangat and audience and given you valuable lecture. Now, I request the audience as the program to be continued, kindly be seated on your seat, please. Before calling the next speaker, I would like to highlight here the Guru Sahib and Gurbani, not against for the individual or any king or his kingdom, no. The Guru Sahib has said the person who do cruelty, he cannot get excuses. If we talk to the Muslim Brotherhood with the Sikhism and Hinduism, I tell you here, Bhai Mardana ji, he is a friend of Guru Nanak Sahib and his holy Amin Guru Granth Sahib. Saimiya Mir ji, who kept foundation stone of Sri Darbar Sahib, we call Harmandir Sahib and Golden Temple. Pir Buddha Shah ji, he sacrificed his whole family for Sikhism. Nabi Khan and Ghani Khan ji, the resident of Machiwada, they have taken Guru Gobind Singh ji Uchada Peeth and take him toward the place. And Baba Farid ji, who's holy hymen in Guru Granth Sahib. The Guru Sahib very clearly said here, na hum Hindu, na Musliman, Allah Ram ke pind pran. हम हिंदू भी नहीं हैं, हम मुसलमान भी नहीं हैं. We are the human being created by Almighty. Now, I call my next guest, Shri Dinesh Raoji. Kindly come and address the audience. Shri Dinesh Raoji.
Respected dignitaries, honorable guests and brethren of the Sikh community, I represent the Baha'i community, and most of you would know Baha'i community through the Lotus Temple, the Baha'i House of Worship, Lotus Temple in New Delhi. This evening, is actually a very sacred occasion because we are observing the 350th Martyrdom of Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh ji. And Guruji's spirit and his life actually has guided not only the generation which was living at that time, but his teachings continue to guide not only all those who live in this country, but across the globe. Now, what is really surprising for us is that somebody who has lived 350 years back, because of his sacrifice, because of his wisdom, because of his innate qualities, because of his spiritual strength, how generations to generations are influenced to serve humanity, to look beyond one's own self, to see how we can be of service to others. Just at the beginning of the program, we had this opportunity to watch that small audiovisual, that small film which was created. That small audiovisual, very explicitly, it depicted how Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh ji sacrificed his own life. He made this ultimate sacrifice for the benefit of not only the Sikh religion, but for the benefit of the entire humanity. And not for something which was very personal, but which was very universal. And this theme today, which the Sabha has actually chosen, that unity in diversity, especially, for us who are living in Bangalore. We in our day-to-day life, we are all so fortunate, because we see people from different parts of the country. We also meet people who speak different languages. We see people from different nations, different states. We also see people with different tastes. But in this entire diversity, how do we really find that unity? How do we celebrate unity? Because many times what happens is, when we see differences, at many times they may not be what we are thinking and how it aligns with our thoughts. But with these differences, how do we really celebrate, the diversity so that we are able to create unity? And the other thing which is also very interesting, faith as a bridge and not a barrier. Actually, if you look at the life of Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh Ji, he was a bridge. He created a bridge. He didn't create a barrier, nor he created a hindrance. He was a bridge of love. He was a bridge which brought many communities together. He was a bridge which helped in creating a social revolution. So each one of us, even living today here, we can start thinking that how you and me can be a bridge between our own neighbors. Sometimes, it's very difficult that we speak or we communicate with our neighbors. How can I be a bridge between me and my neighbor? How can I be a bridge between my community and maybe some other community? How can we create a bridge where, it helps us to travel rather than a wall which becomes a barrier? So these teachings resonate with the teachings of the founder of the Baha'i faith, Baha'u'llah, where he says the earth is one country and mankind are its citizens. So with this brief, thought, I actually, I'm very fortunate. And I think the way Sahib Ji also explained the teachings, the spiritual teachings are very innate, and those are the ones which are the foundation for any material progress. So with this brief talk, I thank each one of you and request each one of you to see how we can become an agent of change. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Neshrao ji. Now I request Veer Gurcharan Singh ji Khalsa and CP Singh Sanveer ji, please come here. Veer Gurcharan Singh ji Khalsa. Sat Sri Akal. No, the question is raised here. The first Nanak refused to wear Jnew. He said, no, I don't want. What he said? The first Nanak said, Daya kapasan toksut jat tandigatvat. Hey Pandit, if you have such a thread, such a Jnew, which is going to protect me the truth and going to stand with me, if such type of thread you have, you put in my neck. And further he said, Na tote na malage, na jale na jai. You put me such a thread in my neck, which neither can break up, it not become dirty, and not it can burn or dip in the water. Dhan so mank nanka jogal chale pai. So put such a Jnew in my neck, so which can go with me till the heaven. Now the question is raised. The first Nanak said like that, and the ninth Nanak said, no, I'm going to protect the person who is wearing the Jnew. Because the Nanak said, Manas ki jaat sabe ki pehchan bo. Because if not wo the Jnew, I have not put in my head, but it's not the question, someone remove Jnew from other person's neck, no. because it's the respect of faith, the respect of freedom, and the protection for all humanity. Now I request to my next brother, I request my brother, Mr. Hormuz Shola Purwale from Parsi community, kindly come and address the audience.
Respected Shri Nasir Ahmed Ji, Chairman, Karnataka State Minority Commission, religious leaders, esteemed members of the Sikh community, distinguished guests, and brothers and sisters of all faiths, good evening. I am deeply honored and humbled to stand before you on this sacred and historic occasion of the 350th anniversary of the Martyrdom Shri Guru Tej Bahadur Singh Ji, a towering spiritual figure whose courage, compassion, fight for religious freedom continue to illuminate humanity. This evening is not only a commemoration, but it is a reminder, a call, and a responsibility. 350 years ago, Guru Tej Bahadur Sahib Ji made the ultimate sacrifice, not for his own community, not for his personal gain, but to uphold the fundamental rights of every human being to follow the fate of their own choice. His martyrdom was a declaration that spirituality does not require uniformity and conformity, but we must celebrate our diversity. His life teaches us that when one community's freedom is threatened, all communities must rise together. There can be no greater interfaith message than this. The theme of this evening, Unity in Diversity, Faith as a Bridge, Not as a Barrier, reflects the soul of India, which is the best and one of the oldest human civilization. Our country's strength has come from being same, but it has blossomed because we are a country that are willing to celebrate our differences, which has held us together with this dignity. As a member of the Parsi Zoroastrian community, I stand here as a living proof and of this truth that more than 13 centuries ago, our ancestors arrived on the shores of India seeking refuge. They were welcomed and embraced, and in return, we pledge to contribute, coexist, and live in harmony. This sacred exchange of trust mirrors the Sikh ethos of Sewa, hospitality, courage, and inclusiveness. Zoroastrianism teaches the guiding principles of Humakta, Hukta, and Huvrasta, which is good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. The universal ethic that resonates across every faith represented here. Hinduism reminds us of the Vasudeva Kutumba. The world is one family. Islam teaches us rahm, compassion, and peace. The very root of the word Islam is salam. Christianity calls us to love thy neighbor as thyself. Jainism gives the world the profound philosophy of ahimsa, or non-violence in thought, word, and action. Buddhism guides us through compassion, mindfulness, and the middle path. The Baha'i faith proclaims the oneness of humanity, the equality of all. Sikhism, through Guruji's thought, teaches us equality, courage, righteousness, and self-service, Sewa as a worship. And those spiritual traditions, once on Sewa, the path of service, reminds us that God is found in helping the other human beings. different languages, different rituals, different prayers, and yet the same yearning for the truth, for goodness, and for peace. Today, it is our shared responsibilities as religious communities, cultural custodians, and citizens to encourage and to keep alive the sacrifice of Guru Tej Bahadur Sahib Ji. Let his message not go in vain, but become a living gratitude. Let us honor his legacy by protecting freedom of belief, dignity of difference, and the right to worship. Lastly, I conclude with great gratitude to the Sikh community for your warmth and for your invitation, to the organization and to the organizers for creating such a beautiful sacred space, and to the faith represented here for keeping the hope alive. May we continue to walk side by side as partners, as fellow pilgrims on the journey towards the truth. May the unity of our identity and diversity of our strength and compassion be our common language. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Brother Harmos Sholapurji. I request Veer Jarnail Singh Ji and Veer Balwinder Singh Ji kindly come to the dais and honor Veer Harmos Ji. Please come to the stage. Veer Jarnail Singh Ji and Veer Balwinder Singh Ji. The ninth Guru said in Gurbani, Harak Sog Jaake Nahi Bari Meet Saman. He doesn't have the sadness or anything else, and my enemy also my friend. Kaho Nanak sun re mana, mukta hai te jan. When we follow this step, naturally we got blessed from the God. Now, I request Father Vinay Kumar, Regional Secretary, LID Karnataka, to kindly come and address the audience.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, Salam alaikum, Sasri Akal, good evening. Today I'm here very happy, blessed to be with you all. A great day for all of us, interfaith people coming together, sharing our thoughts, sharing our joy. You know, the Sikh community is bringing us together today in the name of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, the 350th anniversary of his martyrdom. A great man for the interfaith, is a great par excellence, is a great example for the interfaith, died for others, a great Sikh community leader who is inspiring us today. We are very happy to celebrate. You know, a Sikh community, Sikh people, when they are amidst us, there is a lot of joy. In the program list, when Dodi Ji gave the list, I saw when is the langar first, because I love the langar. So I saw first that one. Forget about the speakers and forget about my speech, because a beautiful custom, faith in action. No other religion, I would say boldly, continuously serving for the humanity every day without fail. A beautiful community. Community for others, faith in action. Many of us, we are speaking about faith. But faith in action, the only Sikh community is calling us to do action. So action-oriented community is a Sikh community. Today I am here. I would not speak more because I have left the speech, prepared speech, because in the evening like this and air-conditioned room, you know, we feel hungry more. So I don't want to kill the time. I congratulate the organizing committee and all of you, those who are present here. Jai Gurudev Sahib Ji and Jai Karnataka. Thank you.
I request Mr. Perico and his might also come near the dais, and I also request to Angrez Singh Anand, GP Singh, and Dhodi Virji and Bhatia Virji kindly honor Father Vinay Kumar ji. Bhatia Sahib, please come near the dais. GP Singh, Angrez Singh ji Anand. Simi, please, Simi, come here. Jaspal Singh Tony Virji, please come here. Firoz Khan, okay. Firoz Khan, no? I request my brother Firoz Khan kindly come near the dais. Firoz Khan ji, please. I request our President Bhatia Sahib and Dhodi Virji and Firoz bhai, please. Manpreet Virji, please come near the dais. Please come here. Please, you also come here. Please come. Please come here. Please come, sir. ये बॉक्स हमको दे दो, इधर रख दो. Please come.
Friends, my name is Feroz Abdullah. I represent the Muslim community, and I start with Assalamu Alaikum. May God's peace be on every single human being on this universe. I have just one message, and the message is that we are one family. The color of our blood is one. Whatever you thought, think again. All the very best.
Thank you so much, Firoz Brotherji. Just now the father has mentioned here, Father Vinay Kumar, they are serving very beautiful langar. We are not serving, sir. We are not serving any langar. We are not giving any food. I'll tell you a very small story here. The Guru Nanak was young. His father given him 20 rupees to go and do the business. He went far from his house and seen the places there. What he saw there? Poor people are there, they doesn't have proper house, they don't have shot, anything, they don't have there. So Guru Nanak, what he did? He spent that money, that is 500 years ago, about 550 years ago. Maybe that time that money was 20 lakh. So he spent money for construction of house. The kacha house was there, not but the cement and badri, all these things, stone. So he constructed the houses for them and also provided the food. The Guru Nanak spent that 20 rupees for about 550 years ago. That money is kept in the God's Golk, the hundi of Akal Purkh Waheguru or Almighty. So that 20 rupees deposited there. So we are using only interest. The principal amount is there and we are using only interest. We are not giving any langar. You people are the interest getting from the other sources, and that we are distributing, and who we have to serve the langar. Baba Nanak has started, that will be continued. Now, I request Sister Vanita, please kindly come and just address to audience all 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, please come. I request to my brother Harabaksh Singh ji, Veer Harabaksh Singh. Veer Harabaksh Singh. Please come near the dais. Thank you so much, sister. Respected audience, now the last, our chief guest, because the Member of Parliament, Sri Lar Singh ji said, now you have to address as a chief guest. So now I request to our chief guest, Sri Nisar Ahmed ji, Chairman, Karnataka State Minority Commission, kindly come and address the audience.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you. Salamati ho tum par. This is the message. तुम पर का मतलब ये है कि ऑल ह्यूमैनिटी. Distinguished guests, hosts, ladies and gentlemen, मैं इस वक्त उर्दू में बात करना चाहूँगा, इसलिए कि अब तक हम मुख्तलिफ़ ज़ुबानों में तकारीर को सुनते आए हैं. मेरा हाल इस वक्त ये है, जो आखिर में बोलना पड़ता है, उनके लिए बहुत सी मुश्किलात पैदा हो जाती हैं. मुझे एक छोटा सा लतीफ़ा, जोक कहते हैं अंग्रेज़ी में, याद आ रहा है कि एक जगह एक शख्स को लोगों को नसीहत करने के लिए, बताने के लिए, अच्छी बातें बुलाया गया था, लेक्चर देने के लिए. वो लेक्चर दे रहा था, बहुत देर तक बात हो रही थी, बहुत देर हो गया. आखिर में उसने देखा कि ऑडियंस में कोई नहीं है, सब गायब हो गए, सुनने वाला कोई नहीं, ये बोलते जा रहा है. एक है और एक शख्स बैठा हुआ था, सिर्फ एक बैठा हुआ था. उसने पूछा कि भाई तू ही सबसे बड़ा भक्त है, तुझे ही सबसे ज़्यादा मोहब्बत है, तू एक ही आदमी है, बाकी सब बेकार हैं, सब चले गए, तू एक ही बचा है, तू क्यों नहीं गया, तुझे मेरी क्या बात पसंद आई? तो उसने ये कहा कि मैं इसलिए नहीं गया कि जिस चेयर पे आप बैठ के बात कर रही वो चेयर मेरी है. इसलिए मैं देख रहा हूँ कि जब ख़त्म हो तो मैं अपनी चेयर लेके घर जाऊँ, तो इसलिए आप होस्ट हैं, आपको बैठना मजबूरी है, आप बैठे हुए हैं, बाकी जो मेहमान थे वो सब चले गए हैं, बस कुछ लोग रह गए हैं. तो इस वक्त हम यहाँ जमा हैं श्री तेग बहादुर जी को खराज अक़ीदत पेश करने के लिए उनकी शहादत पर. 350 साल गुज़र चुके हैं. इस वक्त हम इस खराज तहसीन कह लीजिए या खराज अक़ीदत कह लीजिए, होमेज कह लीजिए, हम उसके लिए यहाँ जमा हैं. और उसके ताल्लुक़ से मंदिर सिंह जी ने जो पंजाब से आए हैं, बहुत ही तफसील से हमें एक अच्छे प्रेजेंटेशन के साथ, ऑडियो विजुअल प्रेजेंटेशन के साथ, पूरी उनकी ज़िंदगी का जो वाक़या है वो तमाम हमारे सामने हमारे लिए एक मॉडल के तौर पे पेश किया है। चूँकि मैं कोई एक स्पीकर नहीं हूँ, तकरीर करने वाला नहीं हूँ, इंटेलेक्चुअल नहीं हूँ, मेरा बैकग्राउंड पुलिस से है, मैं एक IPS अफसर रहा हूँ, तो हम लोगों को बातों से ज़्यादा काम से मतलब होता है, एक्शन से मतलब होता है। जब मैं यहाँ का DCP हुआ करता था बहुत साल पहले 2002 में, तो इसी एरिया का DCP ईस्ट कहलाया जाता था। अब कई बहुत बड़े डिवीजन्स बन चुके हैं पुलिस के, तो ये पूरा ईस्ट का हिस्सा बेंगलोर का, मैं उसका डिप्टी कमिश्नर ऑफ पुलिस था उस ज़माने में। तो इंदिरा नगर में जो एक पॉश लोकेलिटी कहलाई जाती थी उस वक्त लोगों की, वहाँ पे हमने एक प्रोग्राम करवाया था, पूरे शहर पूरे ईस्ट में करवाया था, नो दी नेबर, तुम्हारे मेहमान को पहचानो, जानो कौन है। तो वहाँ पर एक हॉल है 100 फीट रोड पर, वहाँ पे तमाम इंदिरा नगर के वासियों को, रहने वालों को जमा किया था, फैमिलीज़ के साथ एक दिन जमा करके। अब वो सब बैठे हुए थे जिस तरह से आप बैठे हुए हैं। अब उन लोगों से कहा गया कि आप इस क्राउड में अपने नेबर को पहचानो, यानी राइट और लेफ्ट का कौन नेबर है तुम्हारा, आप उसको पहचान के बताइए, आइडेंटिफाई कर लीजिए। 90% लोगों ने अपने नेबर को उसी दिन देखा है। वो जानते नहीं थे कि उनका नेबर कौन है, क्योंकि बड़े बड़े साइट हैं, 100 बाई 100 के साइट्स हैं, बड़े बड़े बंगले हैं, वो कारों में आते हैं, अंदर कार कंपाउंड में चली जाती है, फिर वो निकल जाते हैं तो कंपाउंड के बाहर निकल जाती है। एक दूसरे को जानने का बहुत कम लोग जानते थे। पहली मर्तबा किसी मुद्दत के बाद वो अपने पड़ोसी को बात किया है, पहचाना है। तो ये हमारी सोसाइटी की ये हालत बहुत पहले थी, अब तो काफ़ी पानी बह चुका है, ज़माना गुज़र चुका है। इस वक्त बहुत ख़राब हालत में हम गुज़र रहे हैं। हम अपने पड़ोसी की तो क्या, हम अपने बच्चों को तक पहचानना मुश्किल हो गया है इस ज़माने में। तो बहरहाल मैं आपका ज़्यादा वक्त नहीं लूँगा, चूँकि इस वक्त मैं एक बहुत बड़ी मुझे ज़िम्मेदारी दी गई है गवर्नमेंट ने। हमारे स्टेट का जो माइनॉरिटी कमीशन है उसका चेयरमैन मुझे यहाँ की गवर्नमेंट ने हाल ही में बनाया है, जिसमें माइनॉरिटीज़ में कर्नाटका के अंदर पारसीस आते हैं, बुद्ध आते हैं, जैन्स आते हैं, सिख आते हैं, क्रिश्चियंस आते हैं, मुस्लिम्स आते हैं। ये जो 6 मज़हब के लोग हैं वो माइनॉरिटीज़ कहलाते हैं यहाँ पे। तो ये सब तमाम लोग इसके अंदर आते हैं। तो क्रिश्चियंस भी, मैं शायद भूल चुका हूँ, क्रिश्चियन का नाम नहीं ले पाया था, शायद क्रिश्चियन भी है उसमें। तो ये माइनॉरिटीज़ हैं। ये माइनॉरिटीज़ के लिए, चूँकि माइनॉरिटीज़ को उनके जो राइट्स हैं दस्तूर के मुताबिक, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के मुताबिक, उनको उनका हक़ मिलना चाहिए, राइट मिलना चाहिए। वो राइट के लिए उसको सेफगार्ड करने के लिए कमीशन बनाया गया है। तो हमने इस कमीशन में इस मज़हब के लोगों की तरफ से, नुमाइंदों की तरह उनकी मज़हब के बहुत ही अच्छे लोगों को हमने सेलेक्ट करके स्टेट लेवल पे, यहाँ पे क्रिश्चियन से मैं रेवरेंड फादर्स को लिया है, हाई कोर्ट के एडवोकेट्स को लिया है उनको रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए क्रिश्चियन कम्युनिटी से। सिख से आपके जसबीर सिंह साहब भी हमारे मेंबर हैं, और यहाँ पे और मनप्रीत सिंह भी हैं। बीदर गुरुद्वारा से बंटी, और बहरहाल हर मज़हब से, जैन से हैं। ये एक स्टेट लेवल में भी हमने मेंबर लिया है, ज़िले की कमेटी भी होती है, वहाँ से भी हमने मेंबर लिया है। हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में मेंबर्स होते हैं। वाइस चांसलर्स को लिया है, इंटेलेक्चुअल्स को लिया है, राइटर्स को लिया है। जैन से एक राइटर, कन्नड़ा की राइटर हैं, बहुत ही फेमस राइटर हैं, परमिला जैन, उनको मेंबर बनाया है। पढ़े लिखे लोगों को एक थिंक टैंक की तरह, कमीशन एक थिंक टैंक की तरह बन गया है। IAS ऑफिसर्स, 4 IAS ऑफिसर्स हैं हमारी कमेटी में इस वक्त, रिटायर्ड 4 IAS ऑफिसर्स हैं, IPS ऑफिसर्स हैं, जजेस हैं। एक कमीशन एक इस वक्त बहुत ही, इस साल जो बना है हमारे पास, बहुत ही अच्छे मेंबर्स स्टेट लेवल पर और डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे हमारे पास एक बहुत अच्छी कमेटी बनी हुई है और सही मानों में वो उनके रिलीजन को, उनके मज़हब को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, उनके इश्यूज़ को लेकर आते हैं। जहाँ जहाँ उनके राइट्स को धक्का पहुँच रहा है, इन्फ्रिंजमेंट हो रहा है, उसके राइट्स, उसके इश्यूज़ को लेकर आते हैं और उसको हम लोग हल करने की कोशिश करते हैं। इस सिलसिले में हमारे मेंबर्स भी बताएंगे, मनप्रीत सिंह वगैरह सब बताएंगे कभी आपकी महफिलों में। हमने एक छोटी सी कोशिश शुरू की है। हमारे पास हर ज़िले में 6 मेंबर्स होते हैं, मुस्लिम, क्रिश्चियन, बुद्ध, जैन, पारसी वगैरह सब। हर ज़िले में, हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में 6 मेंबर्स होते हैं। अब पहली मर्तबा हमने इनको एक 2 दिन का वर्कशॉप रखा जंगल लाजस में, शहर से दूर, 2 डेज़ वर्कशॉप, इनको ट्रेन करने के लिए कि इनकी क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ हैं। वो बताना कोई बड़ा काम नहीं था, कोई भी क्या क्या उनकी जिम्मेदारी वो बता सकता है हमारे ऑफिस से, मगर 2 दिन हमने उनको वहाँ रखा और उनके अकोमोडेशन का से लेकर उनकी पूरी ट्रेनिंग तक सिस्टम ऐसे बनाया गया है कि एक कॉटेज में 3 या 4 बेड होते हैं, तो 3 या 4 बेड पर एक ही मज़हब के लोग नहीं रहेंगे। 2 दिन एक क्रिश्चियन, एक जैन, एक मुस्लिम, एक बुद्ध रहेगा। 2 दिन तो साथ रहे। अभी रेवरेंड फादर ने एक ट्रेन की जर्नी का एक छोटा सा किस्सा सुनाया, तो उसी के ताल्लुक़ से उसी कहानी से, क्योंकि मेरे पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंसेस के मुताबिक हम लोग जब ट्रेन में सफ़र करते थे, आप सब ने भी सफ़र किया होगा, तो उसमें जब हम लोगों से मिलते थे, अपने हम सफ़र से 2 घंटे, 4 घंटे, 6 घंटे, एक दिन हम साथ रहते हैं, और वो साथ होने के बाद वो 1 दिन का सफ़र, 1 घंटे का सफ़र, एक 6 घंटे का सफ़र, वो ज़िंदगी भर का सफ़र बन जाता है। ज़िंदगी भर के लिए हम दोस्त बन जाते हैं, हम फ़ोन नंबर एक्सचेंज कर लेते हैं और उसके बाद एक दूसरे से कांटेक्ट करते रहते हैं। उनके शहर गए, हम लोग उनके गांव गए, उनसे मुलाकात करते, वो आए तो मुलाकात करते हैं। तो मेरे इस तरह के कई दोस्त हैं जो मैंने अपनी जर्नी में दोस्त बनाए। आपके भी वही एक्सपीरियंसेस होंगे। वहाँ पे ज़ात पात धर्म कुछ नहीं होता, जिससे भी जो हम सफ़र रहा उसके साथ जान पहचान हो जाती है। थोड़े से वक्त के हम सफ़री से हम लोग जब एक दूसरे के ज़िंदगी भर के दोस्त बन सकते हैं, तो 2 दिन हम लोग अलग अलग मज़हब के जानने वाले एक कमरे में बंद, ट्रेनिंग में भी अलग अलग नहीं बैठेंगे, मिलकर नहीं बैठेंगे, सब अलग अलग बैठेंगे। खाने की टेबल पे भी जैन, क्रिश्चियन, बुद्ध, मुस्लिम सब मिलकर बैठेंगे। 4 चेयर पे 4 लोग बैठेंगे, एक ही मज़हब के लोग नहीं बैठ के खाना नहीं खाएंगे। ट्रेनिंग के हद तक भी हर जगह हमने इसको रखा है। अभी उसके बाद भी जब ये लोग वापस चले जाएंगे अपनी जगह पे, पहली मर्तबा हमने इस काम को शुरू किया है कि हर महीना पूरे मेंबर्स सब मिलकर एक मीटिंग करेंगे, चाय पे चर्चा करेंगे अपने इश्यूज़ के बारे में। अब एक मेंबर बाकी 5 मेंबर को अपने घर पे बुलाएगा चाय के लिए, और वहाँ पे बैठ के डिस्कस करेंगे हर एक कम्युनिटी के इश्यूज़ को, क्या उनके प्रॉब्लम्स है, वो इश्यूज़ को डिस्कस करेंगे सब। दूसरे महीने में एक पहली मरतबा अगर सिख ने बुलाया है तो दूसरे महीने में क्रिश्चियन बुलाएगा उसके घर में, बाकी सब लोग उसके घर जाएंगे चाय पीने के लिए। तीसरे महीने में अलग, चौथे महीने में अलग। 6 महीनों के अंदर 6 मीटिंगें होंगी, अलग अलग उनके मेंबर्स के घर में होगी, चाय पे होगी, और वहाँ पे अपने अपने कम्युनिटी के ज़िले के इश्यूज़ डिस्कस करेंगे। सबसे अहम बात यह है कि जब ये इश्यूज़ उनके सामने आ जाएंगे तो ज़िले में एक कमेटी होती है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स 15 पॉइंट प्रोग्राम कमेटी, जिसका चेयरमैन होता है वहाँ का डिप्टी कमिश्नर, ज़िला मजिस्ट्रेट जिसे कहते हैं हम लोग, डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट, वो चेयरमैन होता है। ये मेंबर्स होते हैं जिसमें उस डिस्ट्रिक्ट के तमाम डिस्ट्रिक्ट के ऑफिसर्स, एजुकेशन का डीडीपी है, एग्जीक्यूटिव इंजीनियर है, सीईओ है, हेल्थ ऑफिसर है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल के जितने भी ऑफिसर्स हैं वो सब उसमें मेंबर रहेंगे। अब ये भी हमारे 6 मेंबर्स उसमें जाएंगे और वहाँ माइनॉरिटीज़ के इश्यूज़ डिस्कस होंगे। तो वहाँ हमने हमारे लोगों को, मेंबर्स को ट्रेन किया है कि जब आप वहाँ पे अपने इश्यूज़ रखेंगे, मुसलमान मेंबर मुसलमानों के इश्यूज़ को नहीं रखेगा, मुसलमान इश्यूज़ रखेगा सरदार जी के, सिख के इश्यूज़ को लगेगा, कि इनके लिए यहाँ नाइंसाफ़ी हो रही है, इनके लिए यहाँ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, इनको ये चाहिए, माइनॉरिटीज़ की, ये भी माइनॉरिटीज़ है, इनका ये हक़ यहाँ मारा जा रहा है, इसको ये दिलाइए। लड़ेगा कौन? सिख के लिए एक मुसलमान लड़ेगा, मुसलमान के लिए एक जैन लड़ेगा, जैन आके उनके इश्यूज़ को बोलेगा कि भाई इनके मुसलमानों के खिलाफ नाइंसाफ़ी हो रही है। जैन के लिए बुद्ध लड़ेगा। अपनी बात को खुद करना बहुत आसान है, अपने लिए डिमांड करना बहुत आसान है, सबको पता है, सब कर रहे हैं, हम लोग बचपन से करते हैं। मगर दूसरों के हक़ के लिए लड़ना ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। ये हम अपनी कम्युनिटी को माइनॉरिटी कमीशन से ट्रेंड कर रहे हैं और वो प्रैक्टिकली हो भी रहा है। मनप्रीत सिंह साहब, आप बता सकते हैं कि ये कैसे काम हो रहा है बाद में। बहरहाल एक छोटी सी कोशिश है, एक छोटा सा कदम है, और इस तरह के कई इनिशिएटिव्स माइनॉरिटी कमीशन ले रहा है। आज जो इंटरफेथ सेशन जो यहाँ पे हुआ है और उसमें बहुत सी अच्छी बातें हमारे सामने आई हैं। मैं इन तमाम स्पीकर्स का, गेस्ट का और आप तमाम इस वक्त तक सब्र से बैठे हुए हैं, शुक्रिया अदा करते हुए मैं अपनी बात को ख़त्म करता हूँ। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, पीस बी अपॉन यू।
I request Dhodi Sahib, Bhatia Sahib.
अभी आपको खुशी होगी ये जानकर कि स्टेट लेवल 15 पॉइंट प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स कमेटी के मेंबर की हैसियत से हमने यहाँ से जसबीर सिंह साहब को नॉमिनेट किया है और ऑलरेडी हमारे पास वो मेंटेन कर रहे हैं। डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल में मनप्रीत सिंह साहब आपको रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, वो हमने आपको इसका मेंबर बनाया है। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
भाटिया साहब, ढोडी साहब, वीर जसपाल सिंह जी एंड वीर सिंह जी, आओ प्लीज़। ज्ञानी जी, आप ही आओ प्लीज़। सत श्री अकाल। Thank you so much. Shri Nisar Ahmed ji, IPS retired and presently Chairman Karnataka State Merit Commission. I request to Gyani ji and Bhatia Sahib and Rodi Sahib kindly honor Anand Sahib, who is a senior citizen. Oh, Anand Sahib, senior citizen. Honor karo. तुसी honor. सत श्री अकाल। Now I request to Professor Rajinder Singh Ji Bhatia kindly conclude the remarks. I request Bhatia Sahib kindly give you a brief concluding. Harjinder Singh Ji Bhatia. Professor Harjinder Singh Bhatia kindly give you a brief concluding to audience, please.
गगन ददमा बाजियो पर्यो निशाने घाव हेड यू मांडियो सूरमा अब जूझन को जाओ. My dear friends, today we are celebrating and giving tribute to Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji on his 350th Martyrdom. I don't have to really summarize because all have been covered. Guru Tegh Bahadur was the embodiment of God's compassion, the divine love, and standing for all the faiths. Although we have been saying that Hind ki Chadar, the protection of Hindu Dharma or the Hindustan, that way. But really, as it revealed today, from all the presentations what we had, is very clear. It is Dharma ki Chadar. That he has stood for the freedom of faith. And today's theme was also on the faith as a bridge, not a barrier. And that is starting from unity in diversity. Diversity is God's gift. It's a divine design. Guru says very clearly, Suraj eko rutanek nanak karte ke kiti ves. Diversity is a God's gift. And in this diversity, there is a unity. Because the God is the one who has created all of us, the whole universe. And it is his own so-called spirit is abiding in that. Just like in a flowers you have a thread and that makes a mala. That's how it is. Actually, we are supposed to work against those who hamper this diversity. It is a divine order. And faith is the one which actually bridges, if at all there is any discount. I have talked this on many occasions earlier also, whenever interfaith. I said the differences we create, and when we create differences, there is a need to resolve that. And that resolution is through the interreligious dialogues or this and that. It's not the religions which are fighting. We the people who do not understand their own faith properly and not understand others' faith also. Because as the faiths are also concerned, they are also so-called a common thing which is spirituality. So we need to spiritualize ourselves, and that's a message which comes from Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, which has been revealed today. Standing for others. And according to Gurbani, in fact, there is no others. We pray God, Jetu Tutta Kirpa Nidhan Duja Na Vekal. If at all you are merciful to me, O God, or you are blessing me, let me not have the concept of others. In pages of Guru Granth Sahib, the oneness of the mankind, oneness of the universe is already brought. So as a human being, we are supposed to actually use this, our faith, our spirituality, to binding this one. It never had been a barrier for unity. It's only we misuse it for that purpose. With this common message, I would like to conclude and say thanks to each one of you who have really understood and deliberated on the virtues which Sahib Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji has propagated to us. May this be carried further, the legacy of him, that neither we should be frightened, nor we should give the fear, neither we should dominate. Then only there should be no exploitation. That's coming from the Gurbani, and Guru Tegh Bahadur is the embodiment of Gurbani. He has very clearly brought, our so-called keynote speaker has brought, it is not the Guru Tegh Bahadur, it is a vision of the Guru Nanak, and all through all the 10 Guru as one spirit, and he is the expression of that. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Professor Sahib. I request Veer Keval Singh Ji and Veer Balwinder Singh Ji Bangalore ਐਂਡ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਕੁਲਦੀਪ ਕੌਰ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਸਟੇਜ ਪਾਸ ਆਉਣ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾਲਤਾ ਕਰੋ। ਪਾਟਿਆ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਸਰੂਪ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਵਾਜੋ। Thank you so much, Patia Sahib. Now, all the dignity and speaker has spoken here. So, respected dignities, esteemed leaders from the various faiths, Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Singh Suryaji, Member of Parliament, due to some work he already left to us. Guest of Honor, Sri Nisar Ahmed Ji, Chairman, Karnataka State Minority Commission. Keynote and sixth speakers are Mandir Singh Ji from Punjab, Regional Secretary, LRD Karnataka, Father Vinay Kumar Ji, eminent religious speakers, invited guests, and beloved audience. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. I, on behalf of Shri Guru Singh Sabha, Ulsoor, Bangalore, and the organization committee, submit that it is my humble honor to extend heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for gracing this historic occasion, dedicated the 350 Martyrdom of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, admired as Hind Di Chada, who sacrificed his life for freedom of faith and human dignity. Our sincere thanks to our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Singh Suryaji, for his gracious presence and inspiring word. We are also equally grateful to our guest of honor, Sri Nisar Ahmed Ji, for joining us and sharing your thoughtful message. I especially thank to our keynote and sixth speaker, Sir Mandir Singh Ji, for your insightful and inspiring address to the audience. My gratitude also goes to all religious speakers, representatives of various faiths, for your inspiring messages of unity, peace, compassion, and reflecting the spirit of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. We are thankful to all the dignitaries, invited guests, community leaders, and organizations for your valuable presence, which has strengthened this gathering. My heartfelt word of appreciation to the Sri Guru Singh Sabha Executive Committee members, organization team, volunteers, Sevadar, and staff for their dedicated efforts in planning today's program with devotion and discipline. My sincere thanks to the audience for your presence, blessing, and continuing support to us. As we conclude, let us carry forward the message of Sarbada Bhala, meaning the welfare of the entire humanity. Peace, interfaith, unity, value, upheld by Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, supreme sacrifice. Once again, thank you all for making this interfaith meet truly meaningful and memorable. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. I request to all the persons who are here, the food, langar, as Vinay Father said, is ready. So please, everybody, have and go. I called Veer Balvinder Singh Ji Bangalore. Please come near the dais. Veer Balvinder Singh Ji. I also request Anand Sahib. Please come near the dais. Anand Sahib. And also request Gyani Ji, Bhutta Singh Ji. Kindly hold on the Visropa. Anand Sahib, please, sir. Gyani Ji. Once again, thank you so much for everyone who presents here and made this meet successful. Thank you so much.